At Upper Loft, I wanted to let you know that right after Terry Thompson's performance, which Eddie would like to introduce, we'll have a special video. We'd like to invite Eddie to come forward and to tell us a little bit about that video. And while he's doing that, I'll just remind you that right afterwards, we'll take a short intermission. That's an opportunity to hit the restrooms, but also go downstairs, make those last-minute raffle purchases or those last-minute slip pot purchases, and then we'll come back after intermission and we'll have a whole raft of good music to follow. Eddie, tell us a little bit about what's going on here.
All right, thank you. Isn't he doing a good job for a sick man? I see my friend Matt, we're back here. In a minute, if someone of you guys is back with that follow spot, very carefully try to aim it to the piano area while I'm talking. I appreciate it. I wanted to mention something. Terry Thompson is a wonderful friend. Lindsay LeBaire, she is wonderful. She comes every year when Terry can be here. You guys know what you're about to experience. It's just top notch. It's the best in what they do. What I want to mention that's going to happen at the end of the third song is, some of you saw it last year. If you're a student from Berea Community, I showed it this year to my student body gathering with Donna Lovell helping me. And what I did was I had a video that we made the year Sarah was in recovery, the one time she was having good success. Former student named Janet Barano was producing another album for a 122-voice choir in New York City. They had worked together before and been nominated for a Dove Award, which is like the Grammy in religious and Christian music. Janet told them about Sarah, and they were so taken that they decided to dedicate the title song to Sarah. And while she was in such good health at this point, they wanted to have her on a DVD that they were going to release with that album. So they were going to send a crew from New York, and Sarah wasn't real comfortable with that. And she said, "Daddy, let's just get Janet. He's been shooting video of me all my life." So we did. And in my backyard, Norman and I and a couple of her best friends and Sarah and Janet, and we recorded Sarah's thoughts at that point. And I was never able to watch it again after I saw the clip that was on the DVD that came with that album. When we were invited to go to Hollywood, Norman and I and our wonderful friend Doug Johnson and his wife Lisa, Diane Kirby went with us. Well, I had to send them a lot of video. So I started looking at video from years back. And I found that tape. It was in a format that I couldn't use, so I took it over to Barbara Bailey, whom you guys see all the time. She's wonderful. And she had an engineer dump it to a DVD. I sent it to California, but Damien, the producer, decided it wasn't appropriate for what he was going to do with our story as a story of inspiration for those couples. So we didn't use it. But when I came home, I got with one of her best friends and one of my best students, Sarah Jacob Kirby, and he and I rearranged the questions we presented because Sarah in it actually was talking about there must be a reason, there must be a purpose, there's light at the end of the tunnel, there's always hope, and all those things she said. When I started to think about it, I thought, I want all of our friends, when they come to Sara Care, to hear Sarah tell them. And I do think she explained the very purpose of Sara Care. Terry has 3 songs, and the last one's a beautiful song that will help set this up. And before she starts, I'm going to raise this screen